as it is. Observe how the legs turn out or don't. Maybe one foot and leg turns out a little bit more than the other. Observe how that affects the whole leg. And you don't even have to adjust, just observe what it is, right? And observe how that affects your hips. So your legs meet into the bottom of your pelvis. That's your hip joint, where the legs meet the bottom of the pelvis. So observe how that might affect your hips. Maybe you feel more weight on one hip than the other. Observe the curve of your lower back. Like how much curve is there. So see if you can sense it and feel it proprioceptively, which means without touching it, but just sensing and feeling. Measure it. That's what you're working towards. That's one of the big benefits of yoga is to be able to feel your whole body proprioceptively. Observe your middle back ribs and see if the back ribs are touching or not, or where they're touching. And then the upper back and shoulder blades. And also with the lower back, maybe you feel a little bit more curved on one side or the other. And also you might feel that one hip is more hiked up towards that rib on one side or the other. So that side is shorter than the other side. And then observe if your shoulder blades are even, or one is more out to the side than the other, or more rolled up towards the top of the shoulder than the other. Observe if one shoulder is more rolled into the chest than the other, and how that affects the turn of your arm and hand. And observe the neck, the curve of the neck, and how you place the head. Are you more on the top of the head, the back of the head, to one side or the other? Is your head rolling to one side or the other, tilted to one side or the other, shifted? Again, just with curiosity, and then we're going to reassess this, a few times. So then when you're ready to come up, do it in this lazy ragdoll method. So you turn one leg out to the side of the knee, turn the knee out, and then slide the knee up. Don't do it from the foot, relax the foot. Just draw the knee up, and don't pull the foot in towards the midline. Don't pull the foot in, just draw the knee up, that's it. Now tilt the knee up. Let that knee fall into the midline. And then bend the other knee and draw that knee up, not the foot. Turn it in and turn the knee out and slide it up. So like a ragdoll. So like a windshield wiper kind of thing. Now you draw the knee up, and now you lift both the knees up. So this is the most beneficial way to bend when you like up, bring it back. Okay? So it's good to learn how to move your body in ways that don't strain it, right, continuously. So this is how I'd like you to try to bend your knees, and we go to bend knees, okay? So then have your feet a comfortable distance from your buttocks and from each other so that it's very easy to hold your feet up. And if you find your feet are sliding on the blanket, you can always flip the blanket up so that your feet are on the mat. But don't be too close to the buttocks, right, nor too far. Turn your palms up and relax your arms, let your shoulders release open. Yeah. And then have your knees a comfortable distance from each other as well, right? So you're in a neutral position, and we're going to do arch and release. So if you have a blanket under your head, maybe remove the blanket or have it very low. Yeah, and then Graham, why don't you move the whole thing this way a little bit so you don't end up extending your arms and touching those holes. Yeah, that's good. Okay. And then arch and release. So the first thing is just arching the lower back and then releasing the lower back. So the knees are bent and move your bottom more forward so your head's on the blanket. Okay. So what this entails is when you're lying down is you're going to engage the lower back muscles just at the lower waist, just above the sacrum area. That lifts off the ground, and you roll your hips forward towards your heels like a rolling pin, pressing the sitting bones down firmly. And now observe the engagement of your lower back muscles, and then very smoothly just release your lower back muscles, not to engage the front. And observe neutral once you've done that. And then again, inhale, engage your lower back muscles to lift that off the mat and roll the pelvis forward. So you're arching your lower back, and your hips stay on the ground, pressing the sitting bones and tailbone down. There's an arch in the back. Feel that engagement of those muscles, and then smoothly and slowly release the engagement of the muscles that you engage to lift your back, right? Your lower back muscles, and then come back to neutral. And you should feel each time you come to neutral, maybe a little flatter on the ground. Again, engage your back muscles and roll your pelvis forward, roll towards the sitting bones and tailbone. Press that down firmly, releasing the muscles at the front. And then again, as you exhale, smoothly release the muscles at the back and come to neutral. So you're going to do this a few times on your own, right? So exploring this movement, and it's not about doing it fast or furious, right? But it's about feeling the engagement and then feeling the release. Relax your fingers, let your fingers go, yeah? So you engage your back muscles, rolling your hips forward, and then you release slowly and smoothly. And that the release is the important part. So the muscles engage and then the muscles release. So you're training your body how to release tight muscles. First, how to feel it, and then how to release it. And if you let go of the muscles in the back of your neck, it should affect your whole spine, right? So when you roll your pelvis forward, you're arching your back, shortening your spine. So that's going to pull your head down toward your hips, chin toward your chest. So allow that to occur. And then as you smoothly release the engagement of the back, allow the chin to come back to neutral. So it's more pointing up towards the ceiling. See if you can feel that connection of the lower back and the neck. So as you arch the back of the neck lengthens, right, as you pull the spine down. But you don't have to harden anything in your throat, ideally. And then you smoothly release. So that pulling of the chin towards the chest comes from the arching your lower back. See if you can feel that. And then the next time you come to neutral, just be in neutral and relax and observe neutral. You can make any adjustments if you need to your feet and legs, to your neck, head, right, arms. And then we're going to do the opposite move, which is flatten. Okay? So now you're going to be engaging and releasing the muscles in the front of the body, not engaging the back, right? So take an inhale to prepare, and then as you exhale, you sink the lower abdominal muscles below the belly button down. Those are your transverse abdominis, and they roll in towards each other, like in a blender, how that roll happens in the middle. And when you do that, you might feel that it pulls your knees a little towards each other. Your hips roll back, your sitting bones and tailbone curl up. And that's only from the engagement of the abdomen, not from pushing into the feet, right? And then as you inhale, smoothly release the engagement of the abdominal muscles and come back to neutral. Allow your hips to roll forward again. Now you're going to feel more curve in your lower back after you do this one. Take an inhale, exhale again, and take as many breaths as you need. Don't hold your breath, right? You don't have to do it exactly with the breath. You can use several breaths to do the whole move. But as you exhale, you're sinking the lower belly down towards the spine, pressing the lower back down at the sacrum and just above the sacrum, and allowing the sitting bones and tailbone to curl up off the mat, rolling hips back, flattening the lower back. And then as you inhale, you're smoothly releasing any engagement in the abdominal muscles and allowing your hips to roll back towards neutral, which is a natural curve in your lower back. So you're going to continue with this movement, exhaling, sinking the waist. Maybe you'll feel as you sink the lower abdomen, the knees pull together a little. And then as you're able, you can continue up to the belly button part of your waist, sinking that down. So then your middle back is going to push down towards the ground more. And when you do that, you might feel your head lifting up. And if you relax your neck, your chin lifts and your head falls back. And then as you inhale, you smoothly release the engagement at the front. Come back to neutral and exhale. And continue, right? Sinking the lower belly as you exhale, then the middle belly as you're able by the belly button. So you're pressing the back down between the ribs and hips, right? And then you can even add the lower front ribs, which is the upper abdomen. So it's kind of like a crunch, right? Tailbone lifts. But instead of taking the head up, you let the head fall back. So you're not doing the neck, right? And then the shoulders lift off the ground roll when you do that. And then as you inhale, you smoothly release all that engagement and come back to neutral. And just do this a couple more times. So the engagement of the front body, ideally release the back as you do that, right? So as you exhale, you sink the lower belly towards the spine, the middle belly, and then even the upper abdomen. They squeeze and the shoulders will lift, it falls back, and then as you inhale, smoothly release all that engagement and come back to neutral. So you're learning how to engage the muscles of the torso and release the muscles of the torso. And then the next time that you release and come to neutral, Pause and breathe, and then extend your legs and come to Shavasana and do Shavasana. And see how that movement has affected how the back of your body feels. Maybe you know a little softer in the back body, maybe you feel a little more even. So there's maybe some letting go of tension in the back body, and that comes from the engagement, because we have to feel it in the, right? And the way we feel it, so can you now extend your legs for Shavasana? Straight legs. Yes, you can break bend knee. And then you can feel what relaxation feels like, softness, right? All those muscles that are guarded. So we're working with two primary reflexes here. The green light reflex, which is go, 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 always contracting the back muscles, right? Never letting go. And then the red light reflex, the startle reflex, right? Which is contracting the front up, stop, you know, and freeze, right? Fight, flight, freeze. So we're working deeply with the nervous system here. When you work with the muscles of the core of the body, which is just the torso muscles, okay? So now when you're ready, go ahead and bend your knees up again in that ragdoll method. Turn one leg out, slide the knee up, and the other, and tuck and take the knee up. And but when you take one leg up, go ahead, take one leg up. So you're turning the leg out like tree pose and sliding and not flexing the foot. You're just pulling the knee up and then tilting and not dragging too much, right? It's easy. Now let this leg fall into the midline, drag the other knee up, tilt the knees up and come, right? And you're trying to learn how to do that with less effort, not more, right? So that you're not wasting all your energy just bending your knees, right? It's a limited amount of energy. Why waste it in over efforting? Okay? So again, make a comfortable distance between your feet and your hips and buttocks, your feet and your buttocks, and your feet apart from each other. So it's very, very easy. Let's go back and forth a couple of times, okay? So on your inhale, you engage your lower back muscles, roll your hips forward, press your sitting bones and tailbone down, and release what's ever holding on in the front body. Let the neck lengthen and the chin come to the chest. And then as you exhale, slowly release all that engagement of your back. Come to neutral, observe neutral. Then you're going to take an inhale, and as you exhale, sink your lower belly down. You can let the knees come a little together, sink the middle waist and then the upper waist, and then let your head fall back, let your sitting bones and tailbone lift up. Release whatever's holding on in the back, not allowing that to happen. And then as you inhale, you smoothly release all that engagement. Come back to neutral, observe neutral. Exhale. Now, as you inhale, you again engage your back muscles, roll your pelvis forward, and then start to roll the outer edge of your upper arms down so your arms start to turn into external rotation. Allow the back of the neck to lengthen, press the sitting bones and tailbone down. And then as you exhale, smoothly release all that engagement and come back to neutral. So we're taking it into something a little more dramatic called the flower. Bring your arms a little closer to your body. And then as you exhale, again, you sink your lower belly, let your tailbone and sitting bones curl up, sink the middle of your waist at your belly button, and then your upper abdomen at your lower front ribs. So your lower back ribs come to the ground. Let your head lift up, let your sitting bones and tailbone curl up, let your shoulders lift up and start to turn in towards each other, towards the chest. So your arms come a little off the ground. And then as you inhale, you smoothly release all that engagement and come to neutral. Exhale, relax, and then we do it again. You inhale, you roll it, you engage your back muscles, releasing the front. Roll the pelvis forward, and then start to bring that into the upper back, pressing the outer edge of the upper arm down, and roll the arms into external rotation. Let the back of the neck lengthen. The knees will come a little apart. And then as you exhale, you smoothly release, come to neutral. Adjust your feet and arms, bring your arms a little closer, take an inhale, and as you exhale, sink your waist, lower belly, knees pull in, middle belly, head starts to lift. Take the upper abdomen down and the shoulders lift. Allow the arms to turn in more even. And so the arms come off the ground and the backs of the hands face the hips. Head falls back. And then inhale, smoothly release, pause and exhale. Do that a couple more times on your own. So when you inhale, you're arching your back like a flower opening, right? And then press the outer edge of your upper arms down in as well. And let your arms roll into external rotation. So you're really engaging like this. And then as you exhale, you release. Come back to neutral. And you bring your arms a little closer. You take an inhale, and then as you exhale, you start to sink the waist, right? And you let your arms roll in and fall back. Yep. Look, yeah, turn, come on, lift, do something, yes. Squeeze, yes, lift, let your head fall back, yes. Now slowly release. Inhale, slowly release, come to neutral, exhale. So this is the flower. You go from a bud to a flower, right? This is the bud, right? And you release all that engagement and engage the back of the body, continue to release the front, and you go into the open front, okay? You know, you've had enough points. So when you're in the flower, so when you're arching, it's, oh yeah, you have so much turn here that looks like you're doing the opposite, yeah. And then when you exhale, let me see your exhale, you go into the bud. Exhale, sink the waist, yes. Like this, what's this, then, feel it, yes, like this, up, yes. And then smoothly release all that engagement, slowly, slowly, with your inhale. So that the important thing is to feel the release. And then come to Shavasana and Virabhadrasana. So these slow movements, it's not about like trying to build muscle strength or trying to get a stretch, right? It's about feeling muscles, how they feel when they engage and how they feel when they release. So the body is a system of ropes and pulleys. So when you engage the front body, in order to get more movement, you have to release what's holding on in the back, right? If you're engaging one side, you have to release the opposite side in order to get more freedom of movement. So it's not always about stretching, right? But I want you to feel how this deeply affects your nervous system. Once you come back to Shavasana, observe how your body feels in connection to the ground. Do you feel a difference? Yeah. Maybe a little less curve in the lower back? Yeah. Mm-hmm. More soft, more parts touching. Yeah. Good. Okay. So then we'll do the windshield wipers, which works just a little bit more on the side body. But we're not going to do more somatics than that. But this is just, you know, for you to learn, engage and release, and not to over struggle all the time. Overdo. Okay. So again, bend your knees up one by one in that lazy ragdoll method. Yes, Graham. Lift the knee. No. Keep the foot on the ground. Draw the knee up. Yeah, lift the knee up. Just keep the foot on the ground. Foot on the ground. Yeah. So when you lift the knee up, you don't have to draw it up towards your chest so much. You don't want it that close, right? You want it a little further from your body. Tilt that into the midline and then draw the other knee up. Draw the knee up. Relax the foot. Now tilt both the knees up. Right? And the feet should come hip width apart, not together. That's too close together, right? So that means you're engaging your inner thighs too much to try to get up into some kind of position where, right? So just neutral. Now, for this one, go ahead and widen your feet as wide as you can to the outer edges of your mat, and then turn your toes in, soften your inner thighs and let your knees fall together, and the buttocks broaden and the backs of the thighs broaden. Couple of breaths here, just observing that internal rotation of both of your legs and how that affects your lower back and sacrum, buttocks. That's internal rotation, when the legs turn in towards each other. And we don't have a lot of internal rotation available to us. We have a lot more external rotation, and we tend to overdo that, right? And then internal rotation can be challenging because it's tight on the outer part of the body. So now let your knees come apart and adjust your feet. Stay wide with your feet, but have your feet more neutral. Take a breath, and as you exhale, just let your right leg dip in towards the midline, right, to the middle of the body. So you're just turning your right leg and releasing it in to internal rotation. Your left leg can move out to the side a little, but don't drop it all the way down. And observe that internal rotation of the hip as well. Your right hip will come off the ground a little bit and turn in as you release the right leg in. Internal rotation. Okay, and then inhale, raise your right leg up and widen both your legs. You can roll side to side a little bit on your sacrum, widen both your legs, come to neutral as you're able. And then again, dip your right leg in, right leg again. Turn the right leg in, let the right hip turn in, And then start to allow the front of the right leg and the front of the right waist and groin to release. So you reach your right knee a little bit towards the front of your mat, the skinny edge, right? And your right hip comes off the ground even more when you do that. You can let your left leg go out to the side a little bit to have access to that. And then inhale, you lift the right leg up. And again, roll a little side to side, adjust your sacrum, pelvis, widen the knees a little, and one more time. Let the right leg dip in. Turn the right hip, now reach the right knee, allow that left leg to release a little bit more as you reach the right knee towards the front of the mat, and your right hip lifts a little bit more as you do that. Then release your inner left leg all the way down into a wide-legged windshield wiper. And just observe that for a few breaths. Release the left leg now all the way down. No. Out to the side, externally. Yeah, like a windshield wiper. Yes, like that. Yeah. Keep your legs wide. Move your left foot a little further from your buttocks. Yes, that's it. Yes. And just allow the release to occur. So your right hip should be off the ground. It's a twist. Let your right hip lift off the ground. Finally. Yeah, more. Come on, more. It's a twist. Yes. Allow that turning in and release the left. Inner thigh. Yes. Okay. Now, don't turn your head. Graham, your left knee should be bent. Both legs are bent like windshield wipers. Yes, and then inhale, come up, lift your legs up, and come back to neutral. So keep your feet mat width distance apart. So widen your feet, Graham, wider. Go to the edges of your mat. There you go. Now, no, wider, go wider. Yes, it's a wide-legged windshield wiper. Okay, so now dip the left leg in. Okay, left leg, no, yeah, left leg in, that's right, yep. And when the left leg turns in, you go towards the inner edge of the foot, right? So that the foot starts, so you can bring your feet just a little closer. Okay, let this leg go. So this inner edge, you roll, yeah, allow that leg and foot to, don't stay glued to the mat, okay? The hip lifts, yes, that's better on this side. Now come back, take a breath, don't turn your head there, just keep your head centered and keep your legs wide, arms like this, relax. Now, again, as you exhale, let your left leg turn in. So it's internal rotation, right? You can let your right leg release a little. And then it's also this, don't move your foot, just leave your foot. Yeah. This top of the leg, right? The waist, all this releases. And that hip lift more, not by engaging, no, by releasing, lift. Don't force it. Yeah, and then come back up. Okay. And adjust the pelvis side to side a little, and then one more time, slowly. So that's forcefully, right? It's a release, not an engagement. It's a release. Release the front, yes, and then slowly release the inner right thigh and let the right leg come down. Inner right thigh, yes. Now observe that and breathe. Just observe. Internal rotation of the left leg, external rotation of the right leg. Can you feel that? Allow the hips to move. They're not glued to the ground. It is a twist. Yes. And then inhale, come up. Slowly lift your leg up. Come back to neutral. Now to bring your feet just a little bit closer together, so it's more of a regular windshield wiper, not too close. And then as you exhale, release your legs to the left. And you can simultaneously release them, right? Where you kind of explore releasing one and then the other. But you come to the outside edge of your left foot and the inside edge of your right foot and allow your head to release to the right. Release your inner right thigh, Graham. Don't try to force your left leg down. Stop that. Release your right leg. Yeah, not your left. Forget about your left. It hangs in space. Yeah. Good. Okay. And just let this be. Don't force either one. There's no force. It's just release. Yes. Let the head turn opposite of the legs. It's a gentle twist in your spine. Can you feel how it's a gentle twist in your spine? Inhale, raise your leg up. Exhale, you go to the other side. Adjust your feet and legs each time as needed. Right? Legs release to the right, head to the left. So instead of turning the head, see if you can allow the head to turn, right? And keep the arms extended. Yeah. So that gives you, yes, and then inhale, come up. And exhale to the other side, legs to the left, head to the right. Okay, now with the head to the right, observe your right shoulder, we'll add the wash rag. Lift the right shoulder off the ground, externally rotate, turn the right arm so the elbow points up and the palm faces your head side, and allow your head to turn to the right. So you can add the windshield wiper. Sorry, you can add the wash rag, so you're lifting the right shoulder, draw the shoulder blade down the back, and you're engaging the muscles around the bone of the right arm to turn. So this arm is engaged. Turning, yes. And observe how that helps you release your neck more. And then release your right arm, and inhale, raise your legs up. But now you engage your legs as you release your right arm. And then you exhale, release your legs to the right. Allow your head to release to the left. So you're starting to ideally let it become a little bit more easy, right, and less effortful. And turn the arm not from the hand, not from the fingers, from the shoulder blade, and then engage the muscles on the arm to turn. Yes, yes. So the arm is engaged, the legs are released. Now release the left arm, and back to neutral, release, and lift the legs. You can kind of start to do it more simultaneously, legs to the left, head to the right. Turn the right arm into external rotation. If you're ready, you can turn the left arm into internal rotation, right? But when you do that, instead of just turning the arm, lean a little more to the right so you can get that shoulder off the ground. So now your right hip and left shoulder come a little closer. Then you release your arms and lift your legs. And you do the other side. And then you start to do both arms and legs simultaneously, right? But always start with the external, but see, you're starting with your arms and over-engaging your arms. So forget starting with the arms, start with the legs and allow that to move up the body, right? And when you take the shoulder blade down, it's about that, right? Yes. Yes. And not about the hand turning so much, but that. Yes. Seize muscles, now release, both arms. And yeah, okay. So it takes a little practice, right? It's harder than you think. So the arm you're looking at is an external rotation, not internal. So turn your arm the other way, Fernanda. Other way, other way. Oh, okay, yeah, you have that turn. Good, yeah. Okay, finish on the, whichever side you want to finish on, I forget. Whatever it is. And then when you feel complete, come back and be in Shavasana, and observe Shavasana. And don't engage, so you do the release now. So we're practicing release, right? So that means you don't engage. The bicep. Yes. And observe, how you feel now. So sometimes when you're learning these things, you might get a little more tension, right? Or you're over-engaging something. So the idea is not to do that, right? But to work more and more towards effortlessness. Okay? Yes. Yeah, don't engage. Yeah, don't engage. Yeah, release. Good. Okay, and then bend your knees up one by one. Like we've been doing, lift the knees, open the knee, try that. But keep the foot on the ground. Yeah, but just relax, try not to do it. Try not to fight me either. Stay there. Yeah. This. Yeah. And so you're trying to relax the tightness in your feet and ankles and leg like a rag doll. It's almost that in holding that joint. Okay. So now bring your feet more sit bone width distance apart and parallel. Sit bone means not your outer hips, but your bones at the bottom of your pelvis. So your feet are a little closer together. Just a little bit. Yeah. Then we're going to do rolling bridges. Right. So arms can just be at your sides, palms up. Now, take an inhale, and as you exhale, sink your lower belly down, let your tailbone roll up, right? So you're doing flatten. And observe how your sitting bones and hamstrings move towards each other. Your sitting bones lift up. Now press into your inner feet, and as you inhale, start to lift your hips up and lift your chest up, ribs up, vertebra by vertebra. Don't go to your highest height. So again, it's effortlessness. And then as you exhale, you sink your chest and your lower front ribs, and you lay your spine down on the mat, one vertebra at a time. Hollow the abdomen, elongate the lower back. And then you smoothly release your pelvis and let it roll forward a little bit when you release. Okay? And so you continue like this. Exhale, sink the waist and observe the tailbone lift, engage a little bit the butt and legs as you press into the feet, and slowly lift your spine off the mat from the bottom to the top. One vertebrae at a time. Come up as high as you can comfortably do. And then as you exhale, deflate the chest and lay your spine down one vertebrae at a time, elongating the lower back. And of course, there can be some that go all together, right? But you're working toward the smooth release. Okay, so do this a few times. So it's like pulling a gold chain up off a table, one link at a time, from the tailbone towards the top of the spine, and then coming down the opposite way, top of the spine to the tail. So it's a bridge. So go ahead and lift your hips off the ground, right? Oh, go, 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 and go, 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 go. Let the back of the neck lengthen when you lift the hips. Now, keep the hips lifting as you lower the chest down. Lower the top vertebrae down first. Sink the ribs, sink the front ribs down. Yes. Lay the spine down, one vertebrae at a time. Lower back long, and then release the pelvis. Let the hips roll forward when you release. Yes, good. So take a couple of breaths, and then we're going to add the arms. Okay, so make sure, finding that you might need to move a little bit further away from the wall. So keep your arms now along your sides, palms down. And then again, exhale, roll your hips back, engage your butt and leg, lift your hips. Then you lift your arms up as well. And press into your feet and lift your arms all the way up overhead. Okay? So the backs of the hands touch the ground and lift your hips high. Then as you inhale, you're gonna take your arms off the ground until your arms are right alongside like your armpits. And then you slowly lower your whole spine down again, laying down the length of the spine, vertebra by vertebra, and then release the pelvis. And then exhale, sink the waist, curl the waist, backwards, flat, and lift the hips as you inhale, pressing into the feet, take the arms up overhead. So you'll be able to go a little higher up with the arms overhead. And then inhale, lift the arms, and then exhale, sink the waist down. Right, so because the arms go overhead, they have a lot further to go. So you kind of separate that arm movement, and then you can make everything just a little bit smoother, right? You can kind of coordinate things in your own way. Let your arms come down with your spine. It's a little trickier, right? Arms have to start first, Graham. Arms have to go all the way almost down, all the way on one more down, arms down, 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 because you want your hips and arms to touch at the same time. Release your butt. Release your arms. Your arms are getting stuck in space. Yeah. Now, bring your feet a little back more towards your buttocks. One more time. Stop. Right, arms all the way overhead. Backs of the hands touch the ground. Lift your hips as high as you can. Now, maintain the lift of the hips. Inhale, raise your arms up and start to bring them down towards your hips. Arms up and down towards your hips. Keep your hips up. Keep your hips up. Now start to lower your torso. Sink your ribs. Lift your arms from the width. Sink your waist. Elongate your lower back. Lengthen and lay the spine down. And then release the touching arms. Good. Okay. Come to Shavasana. Couple of breaths. Reassess. I feel like we're losing the heat in the floor. Yeah, the heat is not working in the floor. So, are you guys okay? Everybody okay? Okay, you got a cold, you can always put on more clothes, more blankets. Okay, so now, when you're ready, Actually, so let's bring the legs together, roll the inner legs together, Supta Tadasana. Right, and roll the inseam of the thighs down, roll the inseam of the knees down, roll the inner legs down. So engage the inner thighs and disengage the outer thighs, hips, and buttocks. So you can have that slight internal rotation of your legs, feet flex, feet together. Then all the way together, yeah. And flex your feet, which means push your heels, yes. And extend through your inner feet. So push your inner feet more forward and lengthen your inner thighs, from your inner groin to your inner knee to your inner feet. And then pull your outer feet back to your outer hips and thighs. Yes. Good. And then soften that effort and maintain that alignment. Bend your elbows alongside your rib cage, lift your chest and draw your shoulder blades down your back a little bit. So like when you prepare for bridge, you do this, get your elbows close in, leave the elbows down with the chest, draw the shoulder blades down the back, and then maintain the shoulder blades down the back. Roll the outer edge of the upper arm down, right? And then start to exhale and sink your waist. Sink your waist down, sink your front ribs down, but try to maintain the lift of the chest as you sink the front ribs down. You get a little bit more subtle with your actions. Yes. Now extend your arms along your sides, palms face your hips, firm your elbows and knees, and then inhale, take your arms up, overhead, extend your thumbs so the thumbs touch the ground, like you're hitchhiking with your thumbs. Firm your elbow joints, squeeze your upper arms. Good, so now observe how your front ribs have lifted. Now as you exhale, sink your lower front ribs towards the back ribs. This will help you raise your arms up. Take your hands to your right knee, bend your right knee, hold your right knee. Take a couple breaths, relax your right foot and ankle, right? So the leg that you're holding is relaxed, and interlace your fingers so it's easy to hold your leg. And not to pull your leg in, just let your leg pull your arms a little bit away from you. And then soften the crease of your groin, your hip crease, right? And direct the knee towards the midline as you're able. Rolling that right hip and thigh away from you. Take an inhale, push the belly out. As you exhale, sink the belly down and release the lower back, like in flatten, and let the top of the buttocks move down towards the bottom, and let the bottom of the buttocks move along the back of the thigh towards the sitting bone, and allow your leg to fall into your chest. See if you can find that as you extend and lengthen the left leg. Okay, and then inhale, extend your arms overhead, and extend your left leg. Arms straight as you go overhead. Straighten your left knee at the same time as you straighten your arms. I know. Then exhale, bend your left. So as you exhale, first thing is sink your ribs, right? That's going to help you bring your arms, and then bend your left knee and interlace your fingers and hold the left leg, and breathe. Relax the foot, right? Relax the crease of the groin that you use to bend the knee, the hip flexor. Okay, take an inhale, push the belly out. Inhale, push the belly out. As you exhale, gently sink the waist down, leg flatten gently. So as you exhale, you engage the front, release the back. And when you release the back, that allows the lower back to lengthen, top buttocks to bottom. Allow the sitting bone to curl along the back of the thigh. Exhale, sink the waist. Inhale, exhale, sink the waist. So slowly, that's too much. More hollow than hardening. And then you allow the leg to fall as much as you can and release the muscles at the back, the buttocks. Okay, and then continue. Inhale, extend your left and right leg is active. Okay, inhale, extend your left leg, arms overhead. At the same time, arms and legs. Arms and left leg at the same time. And as the arms go overhead, they stay straight. And then as you exhale, sink your ribs and bend your right knee into your legs. So it's a little vinyasa, and it's so much harder than you think, right? Because it's slow, mindful, and you're disengaging one side of the bent leg as you engage the straight leg a little bit. You maintain that slight internal rotation, right? Oh. Good. Inhale into the belly. Exhale. Allow the waist to do the work for you. Allow that to release here as you engage here. And then let it fall. Okay? Change legs. You can go in your own time. Right? So when you change, you inhale, straighten leg and arms. Yeah, straight elbows. So don't think of going, so don't take your, look here, Grant, don't go this way, right? Go this way. Oh, yes, it's straight arm, yes. Now exhale, sink your ribs, and as you sink your ribs, allow that to lift, start to lift your arms, straight elbows. And then your other knees, you continue. Can you feel how there's a relationship to flatten? So instead of when you have your knee bent, what happens, we tend to push the abdomen forward and harden the back. You want to release the back and hollow the waist. So that's the idea. So don't pull the leg, just relax it and relax the hip flexor. Now that we've got it, yes. Now inhale into the abdomen, exhale slowly. And release here, as you engage here, let this leg release. Again, inhale, and gently exhale, hollow. Hollow, and as you hollow, don't harden it. Allow this to fall in, okay? If it's your knees that bothers both here. Yeah, this section is all like that. Yeah, so you can take a long time just holding here and working on releasing instead of just pulling me in. Yeah. Okay, one more time on each leg. Finish on your left leg. And then extend when your arms are overhead. You just exhale, lower your arms down to your sides and come back to Shavasana. And then when you're in Shavasana, just rest and observe. So that means not holding. The tortoise coming out of its shell. And if you're getting cold, put a blanket over you if you need to, right? But let go. Don't engage. Disengage. All the parts. All the parts. All the parts. Okay? As much as possible. Arms come out of the shoulders. Right? Legs come out of the hips. Yeah. Okay. So all this is abdominal work, but it's very gentle, right? And it's more about, it's not about having hard, tight abdominals. We're beginning to understand this more and more. You know, still a lot of PT will say, well, if you have a tight back, then you have to work more, have a tight, hard abdomen, right? So then everything's tight and hard and nothing moves, right? So it's not about that, right? It's about understanding how the body works as a system of ropes and pulleys. Engage the front, release the back, right? Okay. So now when you're ready, bend your knees up again one by one. Bring your feet flat. And then we're going to do some more engagement type. Okay, so it's more what you're used to, which is, you know, strengthening and finding, working with the abdomen. But again, it's not about them maintaining tight muscles, right? It's about engage and then release again. Okay, so your feet are a comfortable distance from your buttocks and from each other. Now, if your neck is a little falling, you know, head, you go under your head, like, okay? So, and your arms can just rest neutral at your side, so we're not doing that. Take an inhale and exhale very subtle so that you don't lose the natural curve of your lower back. Sink your lower belly towards your spine, which engages your transverse abdominis, so that the muscles come towards each other without, no, don't curl your tailbone. Don't lose the natural curve, just sink. No, don't lift your tailbone. Don't lift, just sink a little. That's it. Okay. And at the same time, as you exhale, sink the sides of the waist down towards the mat, just a little bit. Don't lift your tailbone. Maintain neutral and breathe. With this firming of your waist, lower belly to the spine, sides of the waist hollow. This is called the Uddiyana Kriya, just like hollowing in the abdomen. Not much happens, no movement really to speak of. Now you can still breathe. Your diaphragm can still move, you can still breathe. Press a little bit more into your left foot and reach your right leg up. So your right knee stays where it is, and you just lift your lower right leg. So your knees are in the same line, okay? And observe how your waist wobbles, right? You lost the connection. So you're using the waist muscles to stabilize your torso, including your pelvis, and you're also moving a little bit out of the leg. And then you remove your legs. So you take an inhale here, exhale, sink the waist. Sink the waist as you exhale. And don't harden, right? Don't harden, yes. Maintain a hollow sunken waist, inhale the leg down. Straight leg, lightly touch, and then exhale up. And inhale down. So you're using the waist muscles to stabilize your hips and torso as you raise the leg up and down and maintain neutral. Don't go to the midline, right? Observe. Inhale down, exhale up, knee stays straight. And you observe how you're wobbling, right? So you have to maintain stability of your torso. Yes. Yes, Graham, I see. It's happening in your brain, which is good. It does have to happen in your brain. Yes. Good. Next time your right leg is up, keep the right leg up, and then just bend the right knee and lower the right foot down. So you come back to the bend knees. Take a couple of breaths. You can adjust and observe what let go, right? Observe what was holding on. Maybe your right shoulder was curling in towards your chest to help, right? See if you can release that. If you want support under your head, take it. Adjust the distance of your feet. About hip width distance, right? Not too close, right? And the feet should be on the same line, so your right foot tends to go a little more forward yes, I know. Turn your palms up, relax your shoulders open, yes. Take your arms a little wider apart, especially your right arm. Yes, relax your hands and fingers, good. Sink your lower belly to the spine, sides of the waist down. Press a little bit more into the inner right foot, right, to stabilize. And then raise your left leg up. Yes, good. Don't go off center. Maintain the lower belly to the spine, sides of the waist down. Exhale, sink the waist. Inhale, lower the leg. Exhale, raise the leg up. Okay, and observe if your hips are rolling side to side, front to back. See if you can find more stability. So and if you're tight, of course, then your hips are going to move more with your leg because you're tight, right? So the more loose you are, the easier it is to do this. Grip your knee down, maintain the firmness of your knee down. Where does that happen? Bottom of the quadricep, right? That's what straightens the knee. Exhale, sink the waist. Inhale, exhale, sink the waist. Exhale, sink. Hollow, not hard. This way. Exhale up, sink the waist more. Exhale up, sink the waist. Sink it, don't harden, don't push up. Yeah, that's the wrong move. That's the exact wrong move, which hardens here. So when you sink here, this releases more. Okay? Inhale down, exhale up. Maintain this. Breathe. Breath moves here. You don't have to push your belly out and breathe. Just maintain. Yes. Good. Next time your left leg is up, bend your left knee. Bring your foot down. Take a breath. Yeah. And then extend your legs one by one. Back to Shavasana. You can repeat that when you're alternating your legs. It's interesting. I hope you're finding it interesting. How do I maintain Uddiyana? Hollow abdomen, right? So it's more like one of those sea creatures spreading out on the back of the ocean. Your abdomen is more like a pool, and your lower ribs expand to the sides. That creates more space for the breath. That's Uddiyana Kriya. And then you have a stable torso, and then you move your legs. Yeah. Okay. Come to Shavasana, a couple of breaths. Then Shavasana, a couple of breaths. Yeah. And remember to let go of holding on. Yeah. Yes. So go into you. See how the left shoulders are up. Right? All right, and then we'll do single leg raises. So you roll the legs in, burn the inner thighs down. And you can have something under your head for this. Bend your elbows, lift your chest, draw the shoulder blades down. widen your diaphragm, widen your rib cage, and draw the sides of the waist down and the lower belly towards the spine. And when you do that, your tailbone will curl a little bit up towards your pubic bone, right? So you're go a little bit towards flat, but maintain a curve of the back. Okay, knees firm, straight legs. Feet together, inside edges of the feet together, and extend from the inner groin to the inner feet, from the outer feet back to the outer hips. And then once you've adjusted your shoulder blades, keep your outer edge of the upper arm down, sink the waist, and then extend your arms, turn your palms down alongside your hips. Palms down, turn your palm, yep, good. Sink your waist, drop your shoulders down, back of the neck long, palms down to the mat, yes. Good, firm your legs, press your left leg firmly down, inhale, raise your right leg up. Now it's inhale up, exhale down. Before it was exhale up, inhale down, and then exhale down. Straighten your knee, Graham, from the kneecap, yes, push out through the heel, good. Press the right leg down, inhale, raise the left leg up, sink the waist. Exhale, sink the waist, sink the waist. Don't harden, and don't lift so high, Graham, because your right leg has to stay on the ground, that's enough. Exhale down, don't try to go all the way up, because it's just, then everything bends, right? I mean, just go to the level of your flexibility. And if it's really too strong, Graham, for you, then you bend your left knee and you do 6 on the right, and then bend the right knee and do 6 on the left, right? So you can have the other leg bent, like we were doing before. But I think you're doing okay. Is it okay? Okay, good. All right. Again, you're stabilizing with your waist muscles, Tony. So you're not pushing the abdomen out, right? You're maintaining that hollow, spread abdomen and breathing in the ribcage and chest. Don't push your breath down into your pubic bone right now. Keep that hollow and sinking, not pushing up. Exhale down, sink the waist, sink and hollow and spread. Widen your diaphragm, widen your ribcage and hollow and spread. And sink the sides of the waist. Yes, maintain as you raise the right leg up. Maintain that. Firm your waist, firm your kneecaps, firm your legs, grip your legs, press the left leg down. That also has to stabilize. Yes. Yes. And don't overly harden the heel. Grip the kneecap. Open the back. Yes. Yes. And maintain that. Push out through the heel as you go down. Good. One more time on each leg. Finish up on your left leg and rest in Shavasana. Good. Good. Fernanda. Good. Yes. Don't push your abdomen up. Sink the waist down. At the belly, in the middle belly. Yes, good. One more on the left side. One more on the left side. Here. Maintain. And down. Good. And breathe. You can breathe. Because there's no lungs here. They're here. The diaphragm moves just a little bit. Move more wide and back. Yes. Okay. Good. Now take your arm down and rest. Palms up. Yes, Tony's getting it. Makes a big difference, Tony. And that's how you can relieve back pain. When you push your abdomen out, then you're hardening here, and that creates more back pain, not less, right? Yeah. Well, whenever. Yeah. Good. Okay. Rest for a couple. Good. Yes. Once you start getting it, you're like, it's kind of enjoyable, actually, right? It's kind of enjoyable instead of like this torture of hardening your abs. It's more like interesting. I can move and stabilize and breathe and yeah. Okay, good. So then, Urdhva Prasarita, and then we'll go to the Supta Pranasthasana with the belt. Because then I got lazy and I had all these other things to do, but once you're laying down this long, you're not getting up, it's not happening. So you're gonna have a belt, and you need a quick release belt, right? So it's long and open, and then you make a huge loop. As big as you can, but have a little tail, so you can put it down, right? Now, like this one, Graham, the first one, I think you might need that open leg under your hips, and the 2 legs are up, but when you start getting one leg, you have to take the one leg out from under, okay? So basically like Dandasana lying down, we're real close to each Dandasana, okay? But we're doing it with the back, easy peasy, and then maybe we have time to do some of the stuff. So if you're right-handed, look here, you want the tail this way, not this way, right in your right hand. Okay, and see how big my loop is? You have to make a much bigger loop to make that. So that means you have to have much less tail. And so how to make the loop? It's like that. Okay, then you want remember you want the tail going this way towards your body. So you're gonna take this behind you, right? And then you have it right up high as you can, right under your armpits. Bend your knees. put your feet in the belt, move so close to your heels, right? And then you can tighten as needed. And you just want your heels right over your buttocks. Okay, that's it. It's easy. Effortless. But you do want to work then on your abdomen while you're there. Yeah, so then, so come a little bit down, so your head's on the blanket, your head's on the floor. Keep it down. Yeah. Okay, now. Keep that under your armpits, the back of it, and lie down. Bend your knees a lot. Yes, there you go. So now you want to turn it just so that we can hear it. Yeah, there you go. But first, we need this undo your hip. Yeah, so roll back. Okay. Okay, and then, there we go. Okay, that you're as big as you can go, Brian. Sorry, that's it. I wish there's a way to connect to it, but I don't know how to do it. So you might need to let that move a little more down towards your, yeah, this is okay. And then I'm gonna give you a blanket for your head also.
Are you supposed to be relaxing?
Yes, you're supposed to relax it, yeah.
They're tight.
I know, that's, well, because you're big and tight, your feet are moving too much towards your head side, but it's okay. We need longer belts. You should buy a long belt for yourself, okay? And this is good. Firm your kneecaps, firm your kneecaps, firm, yeah, just like your elbows, they're lazy. Not just yours, everyone's, firm, yeah, open the back of the knees, come on. Okay. Good. Work with the heels. Yes. Good. You okay? Okay. But still you have to sink the waist, right? Lower belly to the spine. So the hips roll this way, you hug here. Release here, yeah. And widen the diaphragm, bring the sides of the waist down. And breathe. And release. Roll this. I need another blanket too, but I'm putting that more under the big. Yes, how's that? That's better. Okay? Everybody okay? Are you able to engage your hollow waist, the Uddiyana Kriya a little bit? So as you're here, try to maintain that hollow and spread the diaphragm as much as you can. Spread the ribcage out to the side. Yes, we move there. Just give you a little. Use it. There. Okay. Now you're going to bend your left knee, take it out of the belt, and extend the left leg on the ground. Now, Graham, you have to bend your knee, take that leg out from the knee. Yeah. That's it. So now you're Supta Padangusthasana number 1. Yeah, with the belt. Easy, right? Much easier. Still maintaining something waist and so on, as you're able. And breathe, right? And with your right kneecap, inner knee, yes, so open the back of this knee. So you have to engage the front in order to ideally release the back, release the hamstrings, right? As you could. And maintain this leg as in Supta Tadasana. Here, roll this leg. And we do this for you because I know you love it so much. That. And then roll this outer right hip and thigh away. Yeah. Not to pick it up. Good. 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 Don't point. Don't let. Just get back up. Get more here. Get more here. Yes. Yeah. And breathe. Here. 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 Yes. There. Don't push your belly out to breathe. That's only when you're sleeping. Now you're not sleeping. You're engaging here and you're learning to breathe here, not here. Okay? That's not, there's no lungs down. The diaphragm only moves down an inch. It's not a lot of movement. You're always supposed to do that. Incorrect. Incorrect. We have many incorrect thoughts. That's just a very minor one, but it's important, actually. Yes. No, that's That's deep abdominal breathing, and we do that sometimes when you're falling asleep, but not when you're standing close, it's not when you're working your abdominal region. Right, and even then, not, you don't have to, no, you don't have to push in, this doesn't help you breathe, right? It's only done in the beginning because nobody was moving their diaphragm, right? So the diaphragm looks like this, and looking at it about an inch, that's it. This is not helping you doing that. Yeah, good, change leg. Left leg up, right leg down. Follow the abdomen, spread the abdomen, yeah. And observe your tendency to hike your hip up on the up leg side, right? So you have to roll that outer left hip and thigh away from you to extend and sink your waist. Yes. This one's tighter, huh? Yeah. Yes, that's better. But maintain this, don't hike. Yeah. So if you draw this leg a little up into the hip socket, it'll help you release this one down. Okay? Push this with your thighs. Your thigh, yes, yes, yes. Send your inner legs to your inner feet. Yes. Turn your kneecap. Engage your quadricep and release here. You don't have to lift it so much. Just let the bell do it. Yes. If you inject this leg into the hip socket, this will help you roll this side up. Sink your waist as you exhale. Don't harden. Think. Huh, there we go. Yes. This is also tighter for you, right? Yeah. Okay, too much? Okay, fine. Good, extend the inner leg, pull the side down, try to lessen the engagement. Yes. Good, turn your palms up. Roll that outer left hip and thigh down, kind of press it away, so both sitting bones maintain equality. Draw the other leg up a little. Yes. Yeah. And keep pressing it back. Yeah, good. Especially maybe on this side. Oh, that's tighter. Yes, yes. Yeah, keep rolling that left hip and thigh down and draw the right leg up. Yes, and roll the left thigh down. Press it with your leg strength down. Yes. From here. And sink here. And exhale, yes, because this, yes, yes. It's lower back too. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Good. So see how these things can help you figure those things out, right? And then hopefully you remember and work with that. Okay, change legs. This time you're gonna take the right leg out to the side. So first you extend the right leg up, extend the left leg down. Take a breath, find evenness in your hips and legs and torso. Roll the right thigh at the hip crease away from you, injecting the left leg up a little. Take a breath, extend your arms more out to the side. Then as you exhale, maintain the foot as in Tadasana. Right, now go slowly, right, and turn the hips to the left and open from the crease of the groin, from the inner groin where it meets the pubic bone to the inner foot. Both legs extend the inner groins and widen the pelvic floor as you go. Turn the ribs and waist back to the left. Maintain Tadasana as you open the leg to the right. There's your ankle. Breathe there. What's that? Looks good. Keep your head back to the center a little bit. Yeah. And you can adjust where the belt hits your breast area. Sorry, ladies. Got to mention. Yes, good. That's it. Good, Fernanda. Don't turn your head. Right, keep your head centered. okay? Turn your ribs, right? So you're using your torso. Now, extend the inner groin to the inner knee, to the inner foot, lengthen, yeah. And the same on the left leg. Open the pelvic floor, that's it, good, be there and breathe. That's enough. Good, keep your head centered, don't turn your head, yeah. Okay. Good, keep your waist. Turn your ribs back this way, good. Yeah, open the inner thigh away from the side of the pubic bone.
Yeah.
Good. Right at there, it's more of a release opening here. And then turn your waist more to the left. Exhale, inhale, raise your leg up. Good, exhale, and then you change legs. Left leg up, right leg down. So can you see that this is abdominal work?
Yeah.
Good. Okay, remember, straighten the right leg. Right, inject the right leg. Roll the outer left hip and thigh away from you. Take a breath, extend both arms out to the side. Turn your ribs and waist to the right and maintain it, not your head, not your head. And then slowly open the leg, maintaining Tadasana. Everything stays stable except the leg. Is moving. Yes, inner groin to inner knee to inner foot. At the same time, you can pull the outer foot to the outer knee to the outer foot. Yes, and just go as far as that's enough, right there, that's enough. And so, yeah, there you go, good, that's it, good. Lower your left arm, lower your arms a little more down, yes, and relax your face, yes, good. Turn your, but don't relax your torso, keep turning your, no, just your torso. Yes, as the leg goes, yeah, don't turn your head, don't turn your, yeah, breathe, sink, yeah, sink here, yes, sink here, yeah. Let this come down. It's a little hard because this is so tight, you know, I mean, because it's so long, it's digging into you. Good. Here too, keep rolling that outer left hip and thigh down, inject the right leg up into the hip socket. That much. And then use your waist on. Yes. 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 Yeah. Okay. Yes. Turning, yes. Good, yes. And if you do a little bit of this, that's okay. Open both inner legs, more. Yes, yes. Good. And turn the ribs, turn the waist to the right. Yeah, now exhale, turn the ribs to the right. Inhale, push into the belt, lift the leg up. Exhale, then you can do straight leg. Now we're gonna do the twist, okay? And it's not a strong twist. We're gonna do 2 twists, okay? So the first twist is like Parivrtta Trikonasana. So that means it is not much of a twist. And you're not gonna, so you're gonna maintain your left leg is straight on the ground, right leg is up in the belt, arms out to the side. Maintain your whole torso in Tadasana, and as you exhale, just move your right leg across your body a little bit, okay? The foot should not come higher than the hip. You can go lower than the hip. Roll the outer right hip and thigh away from you, and that'll help draw the left leg up, and not to collapse the right thigh onto the left. Maintain your left leg in Tadasana, so you don't go very far. Yeah, that's it. Yes, Tony. Roll the right hip and thigh down. Good. Lift the right thigh up off the inner left thigh. So not up towards the face, but create a little space between the thighs. So just like in Parivrtta Trikonasana, you don't want to, or even Parivrtta, you don't want to collapse the thighs, right? You want to maintain a little space. Yeah. That's it. And then see what can release here, even keeping the left leg in Tadasana. Right, just a little bit more. Yeah. There you go. Good. Yes, Marty. Good. Feel. Yeah. Feel it. Yes. Definitely. Good. And then inhale, exhale, turn the ribs and lift the legs. Come back up, turn the ribs back. Bend your knees, breathe, change legs. Left leg up, right leg down. You can adjust the belt each and every time as needed. Straighten your right leg in. Right leg straight, yeah? Don't overly flex the foot, don't harden the foot. Grip the kneecap on the right, yes. Take a breath and then exhale, start to go across the body. Good. And maintain, arms out to the side, palms up. Go higher with your arms, from higher up, higher up, higher up, higher, higher, higher. There you go. Extend your left arm a little higher. Left arm, yes. There you go. And observe this here, this curl, like maintain Tadasana. Yes, good. Burn the knee. There you go. Yes. Okay. That's it. Think your waist down, widen your diaphragm, hollow, and breathe, breathe, breathe. Don't, and try to maintain that. So the upper waist is turning, this is the upper waist, is turning to the left, as the lower waist has to turn a little to the right, which is a twist, right? Don't turn your head, maintain neutral head. Here. Stay in the line, yes. Good. Don't hug your foot. Yeah. Good. Okay, and then come back. Inhale, exhale, turn the ribs. And lift the leg. And come back. Okay, so now, I would suggest next time, come all the way back before you bring your other leg up, Plana, okay? So you started to adjust your legs before your other leg was all the way up, and that's when we hurt ourselves, okay? So be mindful about that. So now, this next twist is a little tricky, okay? So you're gonna take your right leg up, left leg down, and keep your left knee bent. Okay, see if you can get your right leg to perpendicular as you're able. Press into your left foot with both your buttocks up and move your hips over to the left, the bent knee side, and then straighten, no, sorry, move your hips over to the right, the straight leg side, and then extend your left leg. And then you roll to the outside edge of your left thigh, hip, knee, lower leg and foot, and bring your right leg across, and press that outer right hip and thigh down. Oh, I got a good crack when I did that. And try to keep your arms extending. You might need to tighten the belt. Like this one. Yeah. And so again, you try to keep your right leg from falling onto your left leg. And so for this one round, you're rolling all the way. There you go. Yes, like that. Yeah. Okay.
My shoulders down.
Yes. So for this one, you might need to bend your knee a little, tighten the belt just a little. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. And keep your head centered. No, that's not centered. Yeah. Good. So you're, look here, here's your center line. Head, spine, tailbone.
Mhm.
And you're just turning around that. Breathe. 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 That's good. How about you? Yeah, it should feel like that. If it's like, you're opening your, you know, your tensity is getting all like a rubber band ball, and you're opening it, but if you try too hard to stretch it, it just goes back tighter, right? So it's more of this natural, turn your palms up, opening, yes. Good, take an inhale, exhale, and turn your ribs back to the right and come back, all the way, then bend your knee, lift your hips and move. Bend your left knee, lift your hips and move, no, lift your hip, but bring your left foot to the ground. Your hips come back to the center, then change the legs. Left leg up, right leg down, press to the right foot, lift your hips up, move your hips over to the left, the straight leg side, more, no, don't go yet. You move your hips more to the left, more, to the left, this way, now move your hips. So lift, yes, now straighten your right leg. And roll to the outside edge of your right hip, thigh, knee, and foot. All the way, yes. There you go. And press that outer left hip and thigh down, away from you. And for this one, see if you can go a little closer towards your hip in height. Yes. Okay, maybe it's too much. Okay. This, go here, yes, flex, don't point, you're an over pointer. Are you a dancer? No, you're pointing. Yes. And breathe. And relax. So, you just palm up, too. Yes. Yes. Yes, enjoy. Enjoy the opening. Good. That's it. Yeah. So you, yes, you can use the belt, especially if you're tired, right, holding, right, but you can also.
It's too much work to shorten it.
Oh, it's too much work to shorten it.
Yeah, cause I gotta, bend to.
And you need one? That's better. Yeah, okay, good, yes. Good, try to lift the right thigh up off the left thigh, and as you do that, roll that outer.
This is the one on this hip,
Oh, okay,
and it doesn't,
it doesn't,
it
okay.
has trouble doing that.
So if it's too much, then you can always do that too, Better? Yeah. Okay. And sometimes it feels good to do this, that, no. That. Then you. Okay, and then take an inhale, exhale, turn your ribs back, lift your leg up. Turn your ribs back to the left, you lift the leg up, roll all the way down, bend your right knee, lift your hip, move your hips back to the center. And then once again, take both legs up. Urdhva, Prasarita, Tadasana. Good. Yeah, you can loosen that, yeah. Loosen, you just lift, yeah, that's it. Good, enough. No blanket under your hips? Isn't that a miracle? Notice the miracle.
Yeah.
You can put your hands there, if that's helpful, right under your bum. Good. And now head down. Good. And breathe. And as you breathe, let's even out your feet. See if the heels are even. Yeah, that's it. And then exhale, head down, sink here. Here. Yes. Maintain as you breathe. Yes. And here. Widen here and sink here and maintain that as you breathe. This to here. Sink. Yes. Yes. But try not to hard. Follow and spread. Yes, and now breathe. No, not down there. Breathe here. Yes. Yes, ma'am. Good. Okay, now bend your knees and release. Hug your knees to chest. Couple of times. Good. We're not even going to do any of the other twists and stuff because I don't want to take you as far as I did yesterday, like into today. So, now, when you're done, let us take a bolster. Take a bolster that is maybe a little more round than flat. Okay. And actually, I can bring you on. I'm gonna bring bolsters. Here's round bolster for you. Round bolster for you. Flat. Round bolsters. You have one there, Graham? Yeah, okay, good. And, yeah, here's one of you. Back and what? No, I think that's it. So then what you're gonna do, I'll show you. She's got one right there. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so what here? I'm gonna put the bolster under my knees. And then lift the hips, move the bolster back. Just a couple of breaths like this, then move the bolster down more towards the tailbone. And then straighten one leg and then the other. Just nice and easy, just on the, it's very simple. And if it's crunchy in your lower back, maybe try to move down just a little bit more. Yeah, that's better. And then you can kind of explore how one side is maybe a little tighter in the psoas area. Explore that opening. So it's gonna open the front of the groin. So it's not like a classic bridge, but you can start with just taking the bolster under your hips and if you need bend in a couple of breaths. Just to relax in that feeling before you then take it under your tailbone and extend your hip. Right? Yeah. So yeah, you can kind of explore that going both legs at a time. Start with one leg. And observe how one side might be tighter on the front, right, in the psoas area, quadricep joint, right? And then bend the other leg, right, and extend the other leg, so you can explore one leg and then two leg. It's like exploring, Ekapada Supta Virasana. Sometimes it's good to do one leg at a time, right? And also then you might discover, I want to move the bolster down even more. Toward, yeah, so Fernanda, move the bolster down even more. And also, Faina, bend your knees one by one, lift your hips, move the bolster down towards your tailbone. This is a different thing, more down, more down, yes. Yes, it's a different opening. You feel that? Where do you feel it? Touch it. In your lower back? No, that's not where you want to feel it. Okay, so then you want to feel it in the front of the body, right? So bend one knee and stay with just one leg straight. Yeah, how's that? Now you feel more, right? And I want you to feel more. Yeah. That's where we want to open. Now bend this knee. Straighten the other one. And it's not like we're doing that windshield wiper. Left foot front. Oh, yeah. Now you feel it in your lower back? Good. Yes, now it's on the other way. Let's see how that. Got it? Good. Yeah. Take this out of the floor. And see, maybe then you'll say, oh, I want to bend this one and I want to get more length in this one. Then straighten, right? Because they're different, right? The two sides. Just like the lower back, the groins are different, right? So you're working on opening there, which is like a tight thing. Okay? And then after some time exploring that, then we'll set up with the feet at the wall in bridge with the feet at the wall, okay? Get to the how do you like this? It's good. One side is what? One side is much tighter than the other. Yeah, exactly. So you can take, this, you know, forget both legs, right? You have to explore. And so then when you're done, it's bridge at the wall. So you can have your feet up on a block, you can have some support under your shoulders, or you clean the blood is good, right? You get the shoulder blades on there. Then you slide and get the shoulders on the ground, and if they're not on the ground, then you need support, and then you wedge your feet in. Okay. So supported bridge, you can have a block under your feet, which I don't, you can have, a blanket under your head and shoulders, right? Feet at the wall. And if you don't have a wall nearby, don't worry about it. Just bring your feet and extend your feet, right? Okay, so no yoga mat, yeah, get rid of it, just flip it away. Yeah, you don't need it, okay? And then get the bolster not too close to the wall. Have a block for your foot, maybe a blanket for your head is needed. Now, when you lie down, you want to. No, not yet. The very first thing you want to achieve is shoulders on the ground, but don't lift your shoulders up.
Yeah.
Lift your hips
Right
up.
under your head.
Yes, and see how you just slid back? Yeah, so next time do it slow and mindful, so you can't feel any sliding go that fast, right? And what I want to try to do is stay there and relax your hips. Okay. Don't help me, here's your shoulder. Don't do anything. So if you try to lift it in, see. Yeah. And you now elongate that. Yeah. Yes.
Do you want?
Okay. And don't stop doing anything. Occasionally you engage to adjust, but you don't engage continuously, okay? That's the definition of overcoming, okay? Now bring your feet, just stay there for a moment, bend your knees, widen your feet a little. And you want to get your lower back. No. This way. Yes, elongate, yes. Don't look up. Keep the back of the neck like here. Yes. Now bring your feet. My ankles too. Okay? Is that not your back bothering you? Lower back? Okay, so you're good back. Everything has some fingers. So this is your relaxation. pose. So tell me, how does it feel to you? It's very back and forth. Okay, bend your knees, bring your feet on the ground. Yeah, on the ground. Yeah. No, lift your hands up and, yeah. So, here. So, that's fine. Yes, okay. And here, lift your buttocks up a little, and elongate your back, right? Don't hold that, that's not. Okay. And then give me one more time, once you see, it's not whether you're actually moving the chest. Move your head. And just a little more. Head up again. Oh, okay, so you're working towards shoulders down. So lift your hips a little and let your shoulders fall down this way. Yes, like you're now. When you lower your buttocks, move your tailbone towards the backs of your knees and now lower your buttocks. Okay? Now extend your legs. Good. Feet together. Yeah, straight. Press your thighs straight down. Yeah, push your heels to the wall. Press your thighs down. Don't lift your chin. Don't put your chin down either. Just relax your neck. Yes. Is this okay? Back is okay. Good.
Could you shove me into the wall?
Yes. One of my favorite things to do. No. But first thing, Margie, is bend your knees, bring your feet flat, scoot back more. You're not on the ground yet.
Yeah.
There.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's why how I got so far from the
That's
wall.
okay.
I was trying to.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
Yes.
I'll push. Ah, oh, just stay.
Good.
Yeah, that's great.
Like a little trash. Okay, okay, shoulders okay, guys, and everything else good?
Feels good.
Okay. And no extra charge for the sunbeam. Breathe, relax, don't help me, just relax and breathe. You can move your breath here. Yes. Exhale, hollow abdomen. Maintain the hollow abdomen as you inhale. Yes. Work like that. Bend your knees with your feet flat. Bring your feet flat on the ground. You are really good at it. You look at this one. Get your shoulder down so that they can lift like. Then the arm tips are wedged in. Now lift your butt. Move the tail. Okay? Now, put your feet on the wall. Don't straighten your legs yet. Just put your feet there. Good. And you bolster, two hands. And then scoot everything back. That's enough. Now. Wedge it. Yeah. Now that. Good. Good. Breathe there. You should be enjoying a hollow spread abdomen. Do you? You're not? Yeah. The chest should be nice and lifted. Eventually the chest is kind of like a clip, right? Like in bridge and shoulder stand. And the shoulder blades start to move up so that they're almost like standing upright, right? If that makes sense. There's a bit of every once in a while extending the legs to the wall and pressing the roots of the thighs down. in order to get more length in the abdomen, hollowing and release, spreading. So it's a real Uddiyana action now, which is a release, a hollow, a spread. And then let the breath move into the top ribs and chest, right? Which is, for many people, also, very, very confusing because of computers and everything, right? So breathe there. Here. Now exhale, hollow abdomen, not hard. And again, inhale here.
And we learning.
Yes, you are. Yeah, you absolutely are. And you can think about it, inhaling out the front of the spine, like as you inhale, the lower belly sinks, and you draw that in up the front of the spine, and then like a flower blossoming in the ribcage and chest. And then exhale, hollow abdomen, and feet. We'll work more on that. Okay. And then when you're ready to come out, you bend your knees. Are you ready to come out? Bend your knees one by one, pause and breathe. And your feet go out on the ground. Observe the change in your body as you bend your knees. Widen your feet so that your feet are wider than the bolster. Take a breath. Relax the back of the neck. And then you're going to engage your butt and legs and lift your hips and push the bolster forward through your feet. You can land on the bolster or just on the ground, right? And if you land on the ground, go ahead and cross your legs on the bolster like you're sitting cross-legged, Sukhasana, easy pose. Yeah. Take a few breaths down. You can adjust the head blanket so it's under your neck and shoulders, not under your, neck and head, not under your shoulders. Or no blanket, if you prefer, just to soften. But adjust it so you're not pushing your head up now, you're just letting it release down. Yeah. Good, and then inhale, bring the legs up, and then exhale, change across the leg. You can turn the bolster the other way if you like, also, either way is fine. Yes, good, good. Let them go. Yes. Keep letting them go. Yeah, don't force, but allow that opening of the pelvic floor and the release of the inner thighs to the inner knees. Yes, good. Good, and then when you're ready, inhale and bring your legs up. And cross. You can do a Baddha Konasana if you like, pushing the bolster a little further away. You can take a couple of breaths there. Okay, and then inhale and bring your legs up. Engage your inner thighs. Separate your feet, take a breath. Yep, you can take these to chest if you like. Roll to the side when you're ready. Take a few breaths on your side. It's been a long time on the back. And then when you feel ready to come up with your waist in, so it's like you're, it's like the red light. Release your back and use your arms and walk up. Yeah, good. Then it's black and you come up. Just sit for a moment, cross-legged. Get a comfortable seat. Adjust your posture, back of the neck long, like a swan, release the legs down. Lift the torso up as you press the outer hips and thighs down with the side body, the center body, the base of the skull off the back of the neck. Close your eyes and observe your breath. Lift the chest. The chest, higher than the shoulders. The chest high, shoulders down, chest out. Yes, again, head up. Yes, that's too much. Chest up more. Yeah, shoulders down, chest up. Yes. Yeah, rest your hands on your thighs. I know it's hard because you're tight there. Yeah. Good. Beautiful. Take prayer position. Take an inhale, lift the heart, exhale, bow the head. Take a moment bowing the head to the heart. And use the arms, the hands to lift the sternum up and roll the shoulders back as you release the head down more. Head down, all the way from there. Drop your head, all the way, all the way. Chin in towards your clavicular notch. Curl your chin and drop your head down more. Yes, and release your hands. Down to the thighs. Keep your head down. Chest up. Lift your chest. And no, hands down. Chest up. Use your shoulders down. Chest up. Yes. Head down. Yes. Now, drop into your heart center. Keep your eyes closed and on an inhale, curl at the back of your neck. Stay in your heart center. Draw the chin in, base of the skull up, ears over the shoulders. Keep your eyes closed as you raise your gaze. Keep yourself in your heart center. And spread out from there to the back of your body, to the sides, and to the front. All directions. And then as though you're looking ahead in all directions, behind and side, from your heart center, allow your eyelids to gently go open. Namaste. Thank you.